Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today I want to take a closer look at one of my favorite growth stocks at the moment. That is going to be Crowdstrike, ticker CRWD, a company focused in the cybersecurity market. As I am recording today, the market seems to be down. Stock is down roughly 4.6%, and the rest of the market is also red. So my previous video, I did my top 10 stocks of October, and Crowdstrike made that list. In that video, it was more of a 1-minute pitch style of why I was bullish in those 10 companies. Today, I want to take a closer look at more details of why Crowdstrike, in my opinion, is one of my top growth stocks at the moment. We're going to look at overall market opportunity. We're going to take a closer look at new growth products, and more importantly, we're going to take a closer look at its financials and kind of expectations for the upcoming years. So let's take a closer look in today's episode. All right, so first, I want to take a closer look at their huge market opportunity and more of just a top level view. So the company recently did their overall investors presentation, and they showcased a lot of information. So right now, for their calendar year of 2024, they believe that their total addressable market is roughly $100 billion.
Finally, I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for their subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
Now they believe for their calendar year of 2028, their total addressable market can 2x, even over 2x to roughly $225 billion. Now, if we take a closer look, just because they have that huge total addressable market, it doesn't mean they're going to be able to grab it all. So right now, they also kind of gave us their projections of annual reoccurring revenue. In their second quarter of 2024, their annual reoccurring revenue was roughly $2.9 billion. Now, for the future, roughly 5 to 7 years from now, they expect that to be roughly $10 billion. If we take a closer look at CrowdStrike, right, their market cap right now is roughly $38.6 billion as I am recording. Obviously, this can fluctuate as prices can go up and down. But if we take a closer look at that with the $10 billion ending annual recurring revenue, that's a price to ARR ratio of less than 4. So to me, that's very bullish and kind of showcase the overall growth opportunity for the company right now if they're able to meet this kind of growth levels. And they do kind of tell us why they're kind of bullish and believe that they can achieve these types of numbers within the next 5 years. First, they do mention that right now, 48% of the market is still using legacy antivirus systems. So there's still huge amounts of modern endpoint that they still have to penetrate and grab market share. So that's the first thing, just legacy products. The second thing is they still have numerous logos and numerous companies to kind of bring into their customer base. They believe that there's still less than 30% estimated logo penetration in the global 2000, less than 1% in the public sector, less than 1% in kind of small to medium-sized businesses of 5 to 250 employees, and roughly less than 5% estimated logo penetration for bigger companies within 251 to 7,500 employees. So overall, they're saying, hey, look, we are growing at crazy levels. We have amazing products. We're still kind of new to the game, and we still have plenty of local penetrations to help us grow from here. For example, here they mentioned that right now there's over 50 million global businesses between 5 to 250 employees, and they have numerous solutions for them. They have, for example, the Falcon Go, which is entry level, and the Falcon Pro, which is more of a standard level. I kind of took screenshots of their website here, and we can see the Falcon Go is roughly $300 a month. Falcon Pro is roughly $500 a month. And now we can see in the enterprise, we can see the Falcon Pro, the Falcon Enterprise, and the Falcon Elite. And here they even gave us a pretty amazing image of how much legroom they have in forms of logos to acquire. Crowdstrike has less than 23,000 logos right now, when some of the other big players like Fortinet have over 680,000. You also have other companies like VMware with over 500,000. So right now they're saying, hey, look, we can grab a nice amount of market share here with a lot of new logos acquiring. Before we go any further, I do want to say thank you for the support. We just hit 28.2 thousand subs in this channel. I'm trying to hit 30,000 by the end of the year. So if you haven't, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you want to learn more about the semiconductor market, I do have a master's degree in electrical engineering. I've worked at some pretty cool places. Now I'm just doing semiconductor research on a full-time basis. So I do weekly exclusive videos there. Click join to learn more. If you want a special offer, check out fool.com/Jose. If you want a free newsletter, josenaharo.substack.com, and free semiconductor news at semiconductorwatch.com. Now, the second topic I want to take a closer look at is new products, right? Well, first we looked at the overall market. I do mention, like I mentioned, it was more of a top level view. Now the new products is we're taking a closer look at how they're going to be able to achieve that, right? We saw, yes, they do have more logos to grab, but how are they going to do that? And when we take a closer look, we see this calendar year of 2024 total addressable market of roughly $100 billion. They actually break it down to us in all the markets that they hit. For example, endpoint security is roughly 19 billion. Observability is roughly 12 billion. Cloud security is roughly 12 billion. Identity protection is roughly 9 billion. I do want to say some of these are actually brand new to them. So overall here, they can start to expand within just the new products that they have right now. So the company recently had their Falcon, get it, Falcon. It was like a convention, but the Falcon is their main product. They did announce numerous new solutions. For example, in cloud, they kind of did the most comprehensive cloud suite, which we're going to talk about. In data security, they kind of announced their next generation data loss protection. They announced numerous things for IT. They announced numerous things for generative AI. They also announced Raptor and things like exposure management. So in just the most recent presentation or event during Falcon, they did announce a lot of new products. And those products are going to help them grow that annual recurring revenue. For example, some of those products have been there in the past year or so. The three main ones are cloud, identity, and log scale, which in the second quarter of 2024, those three, which are new solutions and are driving rapid growth, are over $500 million of this company's total annual recurring revenue at the end of their second quarter of 2024. And these were growing at roughly 115% year over year. These are three industries that they believe can grow dramatically in forms of market share. They believe that, hey, look, cloud is a $31 billion market. They believe that in 5 to 7 years, they can easily get $2.5 to $3 billion of that market. So roughly 7 to 10% penetration. The identity market is $17 billion, and they can have roughly 1 to 1.5 billion. I want to say these are very small penetration rates, in my opinion. So I do believe these are achievable if they continue to show their strength in their product. Here's a perfect example, right? Identity, one that we were just talking about in the second quarter of 2024. That was over a $200 million identity annual recurring revenue from the identity platform, where just about 3 years ago when it launched, it was roughly $6.8 million. So we can see huge growth here. Another thing that they can do is not only get into new logos, right? When we took a closer look at kind of the top level, we mentioned that, hey, look, this company has numerous new logos to acquire and significant headroom there. But what's pretty interesting about Crowdstrike is they have numerous of modules. So right now they mentioned that previously, like we saw, $2.6 billion in their fourth quarter of 2023 ending annual recurring revenue. And they had roughly $9.6 billion of white space. So a total install base opportunity of roughly $12.2 billion. So what does that white space mean? So the $2.6 billion are all the customers that they have right now and the X amount of modules. They mentioned if all those customers kind of get all the modules that we have available to them, that's the white space. So in theory, just in their customers right now, they're able to expand with more modules, which can help them kind of grow their revenue even faster. And I do believe that would be a lot cheaper because it's a lot cheaper to kind of expand new customers to get new products opposed to bringing a new customer in. So that's huge, right? They have numerous amount of white space opportunity. That was before they announced all those new solutions in Falcon. Now in Falcon, after that, they did have they added new modules, right? They added new solutions, and now that white space is roughly $16.7 billion. So right now, their total install base opportunity today is roughly 19.6 billion, where just prior to those announcements, it was 12.2. Obviously, I'm gonna say no one is ever gonna have all their customers have 100% of their modules or 100% of their products, but we can see that now CrowdStrike is expanding their solutions, so there is more opportunity for a customer to increase their module count, which will obviously bode well for CrowdStrike in the future. My favorite announcement from their kind of recent announcements is the release of Raptor, which is going to be their next generation. Right now, it's the Falcon platform, right? Their next generation of Falcon platform is going to be the Raptor version, and that's coming out in Q3 of 2023. So pretty interesting. The Raptor releases re-architects the platform with petabyte scale, lightning fast data collection, search and storage, generative AI powered investigations with Charlotte AI Investigator. So we are going to start to see a nice tailwind probably from this platform as well. Now, CrowdStrike is also making some great acquisitions to kind of improve and grow into new markets. On September 19th of 2023, during Falcon 2023, they also announced that they were going to purchase Bionic, which is an application security posture management company, an ASPM, which kind of helps this become a full product for the cloud native application protection platform. So they do mention that as a result, CrowdStrike will be the first cybersecurity company to deliver complete code to runtime cloud security from one unified platform. Now, as we are seeing that they are evolving into numerous new modules, that's obviously helping more customers get even more modules. So we can see in fiscal year of 2018, roughly 2% of their customers had 5 or more modules. Now, fast forward into the second quarter of 2024, roughly 63. Roughly 24% of customers have 7 or more modules. And they do mention that over 80% year-over-year increase in deals involving 8 or more modules as well. So overall, we can see that CrowdStrike is doing a lot of great moves. And by them releasing new modules is also helping the company kind of improve their financials and their gross margins. Now, the final thing I want to take a closer look at is financials. So I just mentioned gross margins, and we can see total gross margins have grown to 78% in the first half of fiscal year of 2024, improving its peak since it's seen in fiscal year of 2018. So we are seeing growth there. We're also seeing subscription gross margins increase to 80%. I do believe you are seeing this growth because they are increasing the amount of modules that each customers have, and that overall helps out with the margins like I previously mentioned. The company is also kind of improving their profits. If you take a closer look at non-GAAP operating income, fiscal year of 2023 was roughly 356 million. In just the first half of 2024, they already have 272 million here in operating income. So overall, we are expecting for this company to continue to outbeat their overall operating incomes compared to last year. Now, if we take a closer look at net income, if you are curious on GAAP, Q1 they were kind of flat even, and Q2 it was their first kind of real profits on GAAP net income, and we can see overall on a non-GAAP basis it continues to grow on a quarterly basis. So that's really good. I even did some math, right? So assuming for the fiscal year of 2024, it's just 2 times the first half of 2024. So the first half is 136 million plus 180 million, roughly $316 million. Now let's times that by 2 is roughly $632 million in non-GAAP net income. I do believe it's going to be much higher as we do see quarterly this company continues to grow its net income trend. But even that, with the market cap of roughly 39 billion, the PE ratio right now on a non-GAAP basis is roughly 61.7. This is a company that's expected to grow its annual reoccurring revenue by almost 5x within the next 5 years. So for me, that PE is looking pretty attractive if you're looking at a growth stock, in my opinion. Now, if we take a closer look at strong cash, they do have annual free cash flow positive for the full year, fiscal year of 2023. Annual free cash flow was roughly 677 million. Now, fast forward into the first half of 2024, it's over half that already, sitting at 416 million. I decided to do some math again, assuming fiscal year of 2024 will just be 2 times the first half of 2024. That would be roughly $832 million in free cash flow. Again, I do believe it might be higher than that. But with the market cap again of 39 billion, with a price to free cash flow ratio of roughly 47. Again, this is a company that's going to increase their overall margins, that's going to be able to increase their free cash flow as more customers grow modules. In my opinion, that's looking pretty cheap for a growth company. Now, the company did give us some new target models that they expect to get within the next 3 years, I believe. Subscription gross margins of roughly 82 to 85%. A lot of these are already hit. Operating margins of roughly 28 to 32%, and free cash flow of roughly 34 to 38%. And a lot of these were kind of updated at the midpoint compared to their prior target. For example, operating margins is up 900 basis points. Free cash flow is up 500 basis points. So to me, this is insane, and why I really do enjoy Crowdstrike right now. This is a company that I feel this is going to be the last time I talk about it for at least a week or so. So once I'm able to, I will start to increase my position in Crowdstrike. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.